Hi, Taurus. How are you? Oh my goodness. It has been a long week. Oh my goodness. I know technically work was like half days. Thank you for the drink water redeem. I feel like I am so dehydrated despite drinking so much water. Hi, guys. I feel like it's been. I feel like it's been a week for me. Like, I know work was like half days, but oh my gosh. Like, I feel like it was almost worse that they were half days. Well, okay, like, I take that back. Like, it was fine that it was half days because, like, obviously, like, they didn't want us there for very long because it wasn't safe to be, like, on, like, in the shelter for very long because in case, like, the storm was back, especially the first, like, 2 days. Oh my gosh, what is my nail getting caught on? Ow. Um, um, but like sitting in the hotel room by myself for like several hours was certainly um I don't really have super long nails. It's just like they're slightly they're like not super long. They're just like slightly longer than I normally have them because I have press-ons right now and they've grown out a little bit because I put them on like a week and a half before Christmas because I wanted to have like nice nails for Christmas pictures. And usually I just leave them on until like they start coming off on their own because I use like the nice ones that have like adhesives instead of like the nail glue. Um, so like what's nice about them about the adhesives is that like at least for my nails they don't like have as much damage to like the nail. Um, but it also means that like it takes longer for like the stickiness to like start fading. Um, and also because of my job, they get banged up quite a bit. So they're like a little bit past where like how do I describe this? They're like a little bit past where I normally would have like I would normally cut them, but since they're like fake, I usually will like just leave them. I guess since they're fake, I could cut them, but like, decisions. It's like not super far past like where my skin is. It's like just enough that like I'm not used to my nails banging on things because part of my job at the shelter is that like because like I use my hands so much is that I keep my nails pretty short for that. I've also just had um short nails for a while cuz I since I was really young cuz I grew up playing piano and you cannot have like pretty much any nails at all if you're wanting to play piano. At least if you want to play piano correctly cuz when you play piano you have to play on like the very tips of your fingers and when you have nails it kind of like offsets your whole hand. So I'm used to having really short nails. So it's not like it's a bad thing. It's just really weird to have them be slightly longer than what I'm used to. So it's not like they're super long, just like slightly longer than I'm used to. Oh, hi UFO. How are you doing? Sorry I started a little later than I meant to. I got home from work and Ellie was so excited to see me and she did like this chirping noise that I have literally never heard from her before in my life. Like, ever. It was like the cutest noise I have ever heard. She was acting like I had, like, died and she was, like, never going to see me again. And then I had, like, come home. Yeah, I just because I use my nails a lot, like I know when I first started, they were like slightly longer, and because also because like even when you're wearing like the protective gloves, sometimes um because I have to wear non-latex gloves because I'm very slightly allergic to latex. So I have to wear like I think it's nitrile is like the non-latex alternative because there's like a couple of different non-latex alternatives that are available. I believe my job has nitrile. Um, but like sometimes like the gloves will break and like um occasionally you'll like get chemical on your hands and stuff. So, so like there's a lot of physical force that is going on your nails. Occasionally, like your hands will just end up with chemical on them. So like yeah, and like obviously like when that happens, I'm like washing my hands. So there's just like a lot going on with my hands. So like yeah, when I first started this job, yeah, my nails were breaking like I had a nail break like pretty much every day. Like the first like 3 months I was working here, I complained about it all the time. So, but the nice thing about the nails that I have on right now is that since they're made of like a plastic, I want to say it's like a semi-hard plastic. I'm not as worried about them breaking. Um, it's more just like I'm more just waiting for the adhesive to like wear out and start falling off for them. You know, but I don't want like one of them to fall off and then all of the other ones to stay on. That's the one thing that I always hate about like press-ons is that it always, at least for me personally, I always feel like um one finger always like usually like my middle fingers, like my pointer and middle fingers always comes off first because those are the ones I like, obviously those are the fingers you use the most, so I guess I shouldn't be surprised. But like I feel like those fingers always like come off first and then the rest of my hand is like, okay, we're fine, we'll stay like this forever, and I'm like, no, no, the other ones gave up, you should give up now too. Honestly, I agree, it was so cold today, and for what reason? There was no reason for it to be so cold today. Although there was one point where, like, I was in a back room that was. So, like, I was in, um, the, like, room where we put cats right before they go to surgery. And that room has, like, no circulation whatsoever. So it's, like, really bad. It always gets overheated because there's, like, no circulation. They haven't fixed, like, the room, and for some reason like I don't think there's proper venting in that room either, because like, well, because the thing is that like the building that the shelter is in originally, so one half of it was originally a building that they were renting that they now bought, that was turned into a shelter, and then the other half of the building, at least at the shelter side, was a bank that they no longer wanted the building for. So then the shelter like bought the bank half of the building from them and then turned it into a shelter. So like there's not like proper circulation for animals. It's like meant for like bank people. So like it it's like weird. But like, so I was back in the room that like we put surgery animals, like surgery cats, and also the occasional like rabbit if we have them back in that room. And so like the circulation back in that room really fucking sucks because it's in the half of the building that used to be a bank, and like when they remade that half of the building for the shelter, they I guess they didn't realized that that room didn't have proper ventilation in it, and they haven't had the funding to go back and put like proper ventilation into that room. So like there's like a fan in it, and like they'll put a heater in it in the wintertime. Well, no, they wouldn't even put a heater in it in the wintertime because it gets so freakishly hot in that room. There's no need for a heater. So I was in that room and it got to the point where I was overheating and I took my sweater, like my sweatshirt off. And then like I was still overheating then. And so when I was taking my trash out, I didn't even put my sweatshirt back on. I was like, I'm just gonna go outside without my sweatshirt on because I was sweating so bad. I just was throwing my trash away outside in a t-shirt and like my pants, because like my work uniform is like a t-shirt and then like scrub pants because you do not want to be working at an animal shelter in like shorts. Just trust me on that. If you ever volunteer at an animal shelter, wear pants just for your just you want pants.
Are you streaming?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, was I being too loud?
No.
But anyway, so I was outside in a t-shirt and my scrub pants because I was so hot that I was getting so angry. Yeah, it's for safety and cleanliness reasons. Because a lot of times, the dogs will like jump on you, um, and then like you might get different liquids and stuff on you. I cannot tell you the amount of times that I've had to kneel on the floor to like grab something or clean something, or like an animal has like jumped on me and then smeared like unknown substances on me, and I was like, I'm so glad I'm wearing pants right now. Oh my gosh, I have never been a pants person before this job. I will be the first person to readily admit that like before this job, I was one of those I was one of those people that people would make I was one of those people that you would make memes about that would be like, "Oh, they're still wearing shorts in winter time." Like, yes, I would be one of those people like it would be 35 degrees out and I would still be wearing shorts and like a winter jacket, okay? Because I am all about equilibrium. Like, okay, like I'm sorry that I have terrible circulation. I don't control my circulation. It's not my fault that my circulation is literally the worst thing possible. But like I'd rather just have my legs be cold and then like the rest of my body be overly warm, cuz then like all of me is miserable, and then somehow like with all of me being miserable it comes out to me being okay. Like I just don't know how the math works out that way, but it does. I don't know. It's just one of those things. But like once it gets down to like less than 30, then I'm like, okay, I'm wearing pants. But like before then, nuh-uh. Your girl's wearing shorts and like a jacket, okay? And you cannot convince me otherwise. Until I got this job. Then I'm like, nope, we're wearing pants. We're always wearing pants. But I will say it has been miserable some of these days wearing pants. Because I have never been a person who likes wearing pants, even when it's cold out. Ugh. I just can't be that person. But yeah, so I had to stand outside for like a couple of minutes and just like be outside while it was cold in a t-shirt and pants because I was overheating and I was like, I can't be this person. He's like, I had gym, so I had to wear actual shoes and not flip-flops. Honestly, you do you, man. I probably wouldn't wear flip-flops, but that's only because like we had so much snow outside today that I genuinely would be worried about frostbite. But I think that would be the main reason. Like these past couple of days I definitely would have been wearing a coat, but like I can't say I wasn't considering, but like I wasn't even wearing like an actual winter coat any of these days. Like I brought one, but like I never wore it. It was literally me outside. You said outside in the snow today for lunch because the clinicals building was so hot. I feel that. It was I was literally outside in just a hoodie. I was not wearing like I brought my winter coat because I thought it was going to be like super cold, and I brought it in case I would have to be like outside like for a super long amount of time. Oh goodness, how do I don't remember how to do this. Was it a stop? Oh crap. Well, this is embarrassing. I'll just press buttons until I figure it out. Am I supposed to go up this? Well, it goes like the complete opposite way. But yeah, like I was outside in like a full-on sweatshirt. Like it was definitely not. Oh crap, I don't remember how to do this. Or is that just there for fun to trick me? There's something else at play here. What? What? What was I talking about? Okay, so like the past like several days, I literally have been going to work in like obviously like my uniform, which we're required to wear, and then just like I just put a hoodie on top of it because it like even though like yeah it was cold, but it still wasn't like that cold. It was not cold enough for me to consider wearing like a winter coat. And I'm gonna be so honest, like I have terrible circulation, and like usually that means that like I get overheated so fast. But it, like yes, it means I get cold really fast, but it also means I get like super cold really fast too. Like cuz like my circulation's really terrible. So it means like basically like my body has trouble like keeping whatever temperature it is by itself. So basically like you know, if it's really cold outside and I stay outside for a really long time, then yeah, I'll get really cold. But if I'm inside with like the heater on, I will get so overheated so fast. It's it's like the actual worst. It was 85 degrees inside for the residents today. Oh, ugh. Oh my gosh. Blah. That sounds so gross. Ugh. Honestly, like I naturally run very very cold. I and I think that's because I have like poor circulation. Like I've always been told growing up that like I had really really cold hands in comparison to other people. Um oh, where am I going? Um but like I also just have a really, really hard time holding on to my own, like, body temperature when there's, like, some sort of outside influence on my body temperature. So, like, if it's, like, super cold in, like, the building I'm in, like, it's really hard for me to warm up. So, like, if the house is, like, freezing cold, it's really hard for me to, like, warm up myself. Like, I remember, like, when I was so originally in my house here, I was in like the basement, and before I had like the weighted blanket I had now, I remember it would be like super miserable for me in the wintertime at night because it would take me forever to warm up in my own blankets because like it would be impossible for me to warm them up myself because I have like very little body temperature by myself. So like I would have to get like so I would have like a little heating pad that I would use to like preheat my blankets and then I'd get into them. Yeah. Either that or like another trick I would do if I couldn't find my heating pad is that I would just like I would keep like basically I would like ball my blankets up around me and then I would become like a little egg cuz that's like the easiest way to like get all of your body heat into like the smallest area possible. Okay, I don't remember how to activate this stupid thing. I feel very very dumb. What am I doing? Will this tell me the hint? Oh wait, I didn't want to change the music. Okay. I might have to look this up because I feel really dumb and I don't even know how to begin to do this. Okay. Um. hmm. Okay. Mm. So really it just is. And I missed the whole. Honestly, I do like Shakespeare. I think it's really cool, and I know that they're like classics for a reason. I'm so terrible at this stupid puzzle. I haven't read very many of Shakespeare's plays. The main one I've read is the one is like the classic that like everybody has read in high school, which was Romeo and Juliet. And then I think I read Othello. Was that the other one I read? Which I think was in college. Would you just let me re-hit the timer? I can't. Would you just let me restart and not live through my shame? Watching the movie with the play is good. I know in high school, like, we read the play and then there was like two different movies we ended up watching because they were two different interpretations. Because there was one that was like a super serious version of it, and then there was one that we watched that was like a funny, like a comedy version of it. And I think because like our teacher wanted us to see like two versions of it, and I thought it was really clever. Because like Shakespeare is not just about like oh my god, this puzzle is so uh What the... What the heck? This puzzle is dumb. It's stupid. If it was in college, definitely Othello. Ah. Yeah, I think it was Othello. I can't remember because there was I can't remember if it was Othello or if it was like a one with like knight in it because because we might have read both of them. Because doesn't he have one that also has like knight in the title, or is that a different person entirely? Oh, will it not let me solve it that way? Midsummer's Night. Okay. Yeah, I getcha. The Old English can definitely be hard to read, which is why I appreciated in high school that when we were doing it, um, when we read it. Okay, so it's not letting me do it that way. So then what, pray tell, is the answer? Like I know when we were reading through it in high school, like my teacher went through like page by page and like explained what he was saying to us. Oh! I was doing it wrong. And I thought that was really fun because it was really nice that she was going like paragraph by paragraph and then she would explain it like as we were reading it, and then a lot of times like when we were walking into class, she would play a song as we were walking in that would like that would be like a reference to what we were going to read in like that day's reading. So I remember there was, I don't remember if it was like she would do that for anything we were reading in that class. So I don't remember I if it was for Romeo and Juliet. I think it was for, no, it definitely was not for Romeo and Juliet. It was for Oedipus. We were reading through Oedipus, and one of the days that we came in, she played Stacy's mom. And for anyone who's read Oedipus, you'll know why that song fits. But like, it was so funny. I miss her every day. It was so funny. Oh my god, she didn't have to. It was so funny because like every day we would come into class if we like for the entire time we were doing the play section. She would play a song that was a reference to what we were reading that day, and for Oedipus, she literally played Stacy's mom. And I still think about that to this day. I'm like, she did him so fucking dirty. I still think about that class to this day. So now anytime I hear that song, I literally think about Oedipus. Oh my gosh. Teacher, if you're out there, I still hope you got that sense of humor. You were hilarious. Oh my gosh. She's one of the reasons that I paid attention. Okay, so that's one of the reasons that I loved that class so much and why I'm like so into like why I actually bothered to do like the readings and put so much effort into like that class, because I didn't actually care that much about like the readings and stuff, but she made them so funny that like I came into class hearing Stacy's mom. Like, you gotta pay attention after that. Like, you're like, what's going on? It's like you gotta know. Oh my gosh, it was hysterical. I don't think I've fully recovered from that actually to this day. I think somewhere in me is still laughing about that. I'm trying to remember any of the other like songs that she used, but that's the only one that I specifically remember. Cause it's the one that like sticks out in my brain the most. Just like Oedipus with Stacy's mom. Cause that was the most memorable one. Like, how could you not remember that? Stacy's mom. Ooh. Where are we going? Robotnik. Who sees me? You don't actually see me. Oh. Well, that wasn't very helpful. Wow. Oh yeah, I gotcha. There was a class that I was in where I had to write a play, and it is like it's one of our assignments, and let me tell you, there is so much work that goes into it. Like the fact that she had it as an assignment was foul because I was like 13. I was younger than that. I was like uh, 12, I think, when I wrote that stupid play. It's so much work. And it was not a good play. I'm going to be so honest with you. It was not a good play at all. I like half-assed the ending because I put way too much time and effort into like the beginning and then realized that I didn't have enough time before the due date to do the ending. I don't even remember. I think it was about like two cats. Being professors? I don't remember. I just remember like I was really obsessed with like cats and like the Warrior Cat series. And I think I did something that was like based off of cats. I think one of them died. But that wasn't like plot relevant at all. I think I just added it to be like dramatic. But like as an assignment, like as our first one, she wanted it to be like 12 pages or something. And I was like, "What? What do you mean?" I don't even know where to begin to go looking for that. It's probably somewhere on like a Google Doc, on a Google Drive with an email I no longer have access to. For an email that no longer exists. Where the hell am I? What? Wait! Whoa, press the button. Why are we doing a whole level outside of a level? I'm confused. I'm scared and confused. Where are we? Oh my god. Yeah, honestly, like as Tara said, starting at a skit and then working up to building a play is a great way to start with that. And you could also go to like um workshops, and like you could always start with like, you could honestly just put like ideas and like bare bones stuff into like a Google Doc. I didn't want to get the Master Emerald yet, but since I'm already here, I feel like I should grab it. Rude. And like I said, you could always go to like workshops and like bring your ideas and like talk with people, and they could always like help you round out and like think through your process and round out your ideas and stuff.
What do you think of the weird spires being used to contain the Chaos Emeralds? Contain? No. I think they're meant to protect them, even harness their power. You've experienced yourself the limitless power of the Chaos Emeralds.
Yeah.
Even if they didn't have them all, a couple would have provided more than enough energy to live comfortably. Enough to power the ruins, cyberspace. I wonder, if the ancients somehow lost their access to the emeralds, would that have caused them to disappear?
Maybe. Good night. Hope waking up at 3:30 doesn't kill you. Okay. Give me that emerald. I want it. Give me emerald. What's going to? Don't worry. Me. Me every single day with waking up and it being cold outside. I don't like that ominous centipede in the sky. Wow! Where am I going? Okay. What the Sigma? What is attacking me? I hate you and your shields. I wish your shield would implode on you. It's very upsetting that you won't just let me kill you. Why won't you just die? Why did you take my rings? I need those. Ugh. Oof. Ew, a puzzle. Baby. My ever-growing army. Well, shit. Well, I've already messed up. You can't jump? Well, what the Sigma? What the Sigma? I think not jumping is mean and you're a poopy butthead. I have no idea, man. I am only like a fifth of the way through this game. Babies. Babies. Rude that you keep kind of throwing your babies at me. Everything wrong with Sonic videos. That's really funny. Oh my gosh, why'd you throw them all down here? Another baby for my collection. Oh, true. It's supposed to be the last one? I highly doubt they're gonna stop making Sonic games, though. I mean, it's like Sonic. It's like saying they're gonna stop making Pokemon games, like I doubt that's true. Like, they could say it, but like I doubt it's actually gonna happen. Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna say, like, FNAF 4 was supposed to be the last one, and like, now here we are with like 80 million games. And like how Pizzeria Simulator was supposed to be the last one, and then we got, whatever it's called. The one that I literally never remember what the name is, but I know Ruins was the better version of it, but it's still janky as all get out. Security Breach! Security Breach! I remembered the name. I just remember that I really, really like, the wolf. I'll admit it, I think she's hot. Oh my god, I'm trying to hit this. Get away from me! Go jump in the electricity, you meanie pants. Yay! Well, shit. There's another one called Pit Into the Security Breach. Called Into the Pit. Security Breach isn't... I thought Into the Pit was a fan game. Although to be fair, I also thought Sister Location was a fan game, so I guess that's on me. Ugh. I was like, wow, that's a really well-made fan game. Oh my god. I really am just an idiot. He really gotta stop hitting me. This boss battle is stupid because you can't run away from it. You have to keep hitting him until he fucking dies. Like, are there spark notes for Sonic lore? It'd be really appreciated for someone like me who is very dumb and very easily confused. It's a good fan game because it's not a fan game! You know, I don't know why this keeps happening to me with several things. It's the same, you know what? The same and equal energy to me thinking that, 5 Seconds of Summer was a One Direction album. And I thought this for like 3 years because no one bothered to freaking correct me on it. They're like, yeah, sure, okay. Like, I just genuinely thought 5 Seconds of Summer was a One Direction album. And, like, no one corrected me on it. So I was going around thinking that 5 Seconds of Summer was just a really, like, I just thought people were really, really liking this one album of One Direction. And because I didn't really care that much about One Direction, I never bothered to fact check it. I was just like, okay, I guess people really like this one album of One Direction. Lo and behold, it's not an album of One Direction. It's a whole separate British boy band. There's 2 of them now. Only this time there's only one. Or only now there's only one because 5 Seconds of Summer outlived One Direction. But how embarrassing. And also, apparently, the Five Nights at Freddy's things happened not once, but twice. Because I thought both Sister Location and Into the Pit were fan games. That's embarrassing. Why do I keep doing this to myself? I'm like, oh, that's a really cool looking fan game. It's not a fan game, Marie. It's not a fan game. Just stop while you're ahead. Just stop while you're ahead. Google is free. Ugh. I swear. Oh my gosh, Ollie was reminding me of silly things that I've said in the past. Like how, the day when the Queen died, apparently, I said out loud, the Queen is kicked the royal bucket. Which are things that I said, which is what I said word for word to her, apparently. So there's that. Oh my gosh. And the funniest thing is I do not have any recollection of saying this. So, but the thing is it does sound like something I would say, wholesale. I'm like, yeah, that sounds like something I would say. But I don't remember saying this. Oh my gosh. There's so many. There are so many. It would go on for so long. Well, I mean, there's obviously, like, the Santa Claus, like, you know, Tooth Fairy Easter Bunny thing. The thing is that when my parents told me that the Easter Bunny and the Tooth Fairy and all of that wasn't real, I still fully believed in, all of those